The year's 1879, but the history's not our own. Everything changed on July 3rd, 1863, during the Battle of Gettysburg. The dead rose up, the shadows darkened, and a reckoning had begun. Humanity's worst nightmares now walked the waking world. Everything seemed to be headed to hell in a handbasket. Humanity, however, was more resilient than the terrors expected. A secret war began between the darkness and those who would stand against it. A few sturdy folks from all walks of life, from school moms to nuns, from snake oil salesmen to steadfast soldiers, and children to old coots, have risen up to stand between their fellow humans and creatures born in the very pits of hell. Some were fated to fall, but others stood firm. For the next hour or so, sit back and listen to the stories of horror and heroism, recounting of the sacrifices these unsung heroes have made. Enjoy these tales from the Deadlands. Be warned, however, these tales are not for the faint of heart.
Hello, and welcome once more to the Knights of the Smith Dinner Table actual play production of Tales from the Deadlands. Brought to you by our favorite coffee, Poppets Coffee. If you love great coffee, head on over to poppetscoffee.com and order yourself a bag. All right, so a Benny to the person who would like to bring everybody up to speed on what happened last time.
Ooh, me. Stuff and or things.
And I'm going to go with no. How about somebody who was here?
That's fair.
Stuff and things?
Mabel looks like she wants to talk.
I'm trying to remember. I've slept since then. I do remember we made it. We got.
You survived the storm.
Doing an amazing monologue to embarrass the chief.
True.
We got.
Oh, is he not at his desk?
I'm here.
Oh, okay. I didn't see you on the camera, so.
Because I'm munching.
Okay.
So I met some people and told them all about how I used to like trains and now I don't like trains. And they weren't very nice to me, but they also weren't really mean to me, but they looked at me funny.
They did. Those Indian kids did look at you funny. All right. So you guys made your way to the camp of the Necessity Alliance, looking for Ceasefire Ahead. Ceasefire Ahead, thank you. And you discovered that he was not there, and that the only person who would know how to find him is a woman by the name of Borninable, who unfortunately was taken by the Rattlesnake clan in a raid a few days prior. The current acting chief did not seem totally thrilled with the idea of her being rescued, and he clearly did not like you white folk. Although, Daisy can tell you that she was not mistreated by the vast majority of the people in the Necessity Alliance. The acting chief, whose name is currently escaping me, but it's not that important at the moment, managed to Faust off on you two guides. One of his personal braves, an Indian by the name of Eyes Like Fire, and also one of Born in a Bowl's students, Wimate.
Pardon me.
And with that, you guys spend some time searching, and you found the place that Wimate believes that Born in a Bowl is being held, which is inside of a crevasse that cuts in through the side of one of the mesas here in the Great Maze, far to the north of where the Necessity Alliance is currently encamped on another mesa. And having made your way in, this whole thing is kind of log jammed, as you can see from the map. I'm going to actually zoom in on the player view map over here. And lots of like very dark kind of nasty looking water inside where all these logs have been rotting and everything, and they're kind of floating around. It's enough for you to walk on, but it's not real stable. And as you entered this first little chamber here, you noticed hundreds upon hundreds of little kachina dolls, basically little stick figures put together with bones and sticks and various other accoutrements of the native tribes. And with that, you guys have made your way in. Nobody has fallen into the water yet.
Nope. Cole did.
Oh, wait. Cole did fall into the water. That's right.
Yeah. It's gross.
That's right, because he is now exhausted from it.
But we determined that at least where he fell in, it wasn't exceptionally deep either.
No, it's not super deep. But it's definitely this kind of nasty, brackish water back in here. And
still water.
Yeah, beware of the still water.
And do we know what those dolls are?
Right now, they haven't moved or done anything. They just appear to be like little totems.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask Wimate. So what's the deal with the dolls?
Those are kachina dolls. Some tribes treat them like totems?
Okay.
Or maybe... And she thinks for a moment, and she says, or maybe like those strange folk down in the south who make dolls.
Okay, what was the purpose of them? Why are there so
Usually
many here?
To protect a tribe. I don't know much about them. The Rattlesnake Clan's tribe seems to use them more than what we ever would. The Lakota never use them.
Okay, so you don't recognize these.
Not
like
these
dolls.
in specific.
I mean, if you want one, grab one, Daisy. They're not really well
I
made.
have a dolly already, though.
Yeah, and your doll's nicer than these.
Now, her doll is considerably nicer because these are made of scraps of burlap or leather for clothing, and withered, rotting fruit as heads. Really quite disgusting and creepy looking, and there's thousands of small flies swarming about each of the dolls.
Apart from the rotting fruit heads, is there anything that makes them stand out from one another? Like, do they have little outfits put on them? Do they have any trinkets attached to them? Anything that makes each doll unique?
No, nothing that really makes them unique. I mean, they've used different kinds of materials. All of them have bodies made of sticks, but the clothing and everything, it doesn't look like anybody was trying to be specific, but they are each slightly different, but nothing that really stands out as unique about them.
Dr. Stanley will reach out and grab one, cut it loose, so that he can examine it later.
As he touches it, it starts to move its head back and forth, and its whole body writhes as its wooden skeleton pops and cracks. And just a moment later, all of the dolls in this chamber begin to writhe and wriggle. And it causes kind of a mad rattling among the overhanging limbs and sends thousands of the biting flies swarming. Everybody, give me first here, let me send it out. Actions. And everybody give me a fear check.
Oh, lovely.
You're welcome.
Yeah, gee, thanks.
The doc had left well enough alone.
Right?
Someone had to do something.
I was gonna just start moving, but no, you were like, "Oh, creepy dolls, let's do it."
Let's spend a penny on this.
Right now, Cole is failing at a -1.
I'll
Still at
spend
a
another
-1
penny.
after a Benny.
We'll stay with a positive number for once.
All right.
I thought I had
finishes
manual
out-
dice turned on. Apparently, it got turned off.
Charles
Did I
has a
roll?
total of 4. Starla has a 5. Doc Stanley has a 3.
How do I roll that?
If you click on the button there that says fear check.
I did. It says to make resistance roll, select one token.
Oh, select your token on the map.
Oh, sorry.
Nope, that's okay. While she is getting her roll out of the way, Charles and Starla
What
are
number am I
both,
shooting for?
the base target number is 4. But it's got
But you do
penalties
have a
built into it.
-2 on it. So you're wanting a 6 because there's a -2.
Oh, did I have to click that?
No, it'll automatically apply it when you add the roll in.
Oh. That wasn't my die, but I'll take it. Like, I just clicked X instead of...
It's okay. All right. So Daisy is fine. Dr. Stanley and Cole both need to scroll back up and click on that fear roll button.
Any penalty?
No modifiers on this.
Okay. I'm afraid to roll this.
Ha 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 ha.
Okay, that's not bad.
And somebody's now got dollophobia.
Oh,
Dollophobia?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure there's a better name for it, but it's pediophobia.
Yes, pediophobia.
Just had to remember that one.
So we'll go ahead and go with pediophobia. At least it's only a minor hindrance.
And now Daisy can torture the doc with her doll every day.
I do play with my doll often.
You're at it, yes.
That's going to be fun because every time you do, I'm going to take a penalty. I love it.
And I have modified your character sheet. And I'm going to set it up so that way you can turn the phobia on and, oh, it's already there.
Thank you.
So it's going to be on your quick access to turn it on and off.
Gotcha.
And as the flies are swarming and the fear sets in to both Cole and the doc, I need everybody to give me a vigor test as these flies are biting and stinging. And Cole, I'm going to say it's probably really important for you to pass this vigor test.
You said vigor?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, somebody aced.
Hey, Cole passed his vigor test.
Cole passed his vigor test. Daisy passed. There's an ace. There's an ace. I see lots and lots of aces. Charles is fine. Doc Stanley is fine. And Starla squeaks by.
And
Yeah,
Doc even had to come over the sudden onset of the phobia to be fine because I did have to turn that on.
Yeah, because I definitely didn't want to fail that while being exhausted.
Yeah, because it was a level of fatigue that you would have gained from the biting.
Yeah.
All right. Are you guys going to press onward to get out of these bugs?
Yes, I
Yep.
am.
All right. Everybody go ahead and move forward. And what is that alert about? Is it popping up on the other screen as well?
Nope, I haven't seen any alert.
Okay. Keeps telling me that some active effect is not available.
Who's got the light?
Cole does.
Okay. You want to get our followers to follow us?
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And Wimate joins. She is being difficult.
We're like
Is it
jumping
because
log to log, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Is it because
I'm
she's
going to
an
be singing a
independent
song
thinker?
as we're doing this.
And as you guys enter this next chamber.
Oh, should I not be that far up?
Oh, no, you're fine right where you're at. In this room, let's see here. Let me move this over, scoot this up. You currently can't really see. Excuse me, but you can hear. Perfect. As Cole brings the light in, along the wall through here, and it looks like it wraps down in, and you can hear more. You see what appears to be about a dozen braves strapped up to the log walls, hanging with their innards kind of hanging out of their stomachs. And as you guys are looking around, you notice that wherever one of them is hanging, there are several sharks slipping and sliding in the bloody water below, waiting for more of their entrails to fall down into the water.
Ew.
So note to self: don't fall in the water here.
I look back at
And
Eyes of Fire because he's the one right behind me. I was like, is this normal?
no. You guys can hear a groan. And as you look up at the Indians, you realize that their eyes are open.
Ew.
And that is actually going to cause another fear test. This one's going to be a little harder.
Wacky. Because Charles is suddenly feeling a little bit peckish.
So this one, everybody add a -2 to this roll.
So add a -2 on top of it.
Correct.
Okay. So it's a -4 total. Just
Yep.
making sure because I saw fear -2 already on there.
Yeah, that's the fear level.
Cole will spend a Benny.
All right. So Cole is not looking so hot.
Nope.
Daisy
Cole.
squeaks out a success. Charles has a success.
We will
Doc
spend our last
Stanley is not
Benny.
looking so good.
All right, last Benny got us there with a 4.
So Cole squeaks it out as well. And I don't see Starla's yet. And Starla does not make it. Is she going to Benny that or going to stand with it?
Benny it.
Right? She spins the Benny, and let's see what happens.
Apparently, what happens is I throw my dice.
We're only picking you up through Dave's mic. You're muted on your end, so it's coming across very faint.
Apparently, what's going to happen is I'm going to throw my dice somewhere. There it is. It slipped out of my hands. Just a moment.
Is Dr. Stanley gonna? Or no,
As we get Dave on camera admiring the view. Fantastic. Hey,
That's how she ended up a mother.
I ain't mad about it. I'm just here to call it out for the viewing audience. Those just listening missed peak humor.
I missed it too because I had the adventure up over top of the screen. That
I'll bet you this becomes one of the moments in the YouTube that gets the most replays. As people go back to see what they missed.
Yes.
Since Mike called it out, they're going to go back just to see it.
Yes. I told you I don't always roll well.
all
That
right.
one's even worse.
You gonna stick with it, or you gonna try it again?
I'm sticking with it.
All right. Scroll back up there and hit that fear button. Add a +2 to the roll.
And that's a D20. Luckily, I have some out.
And of course, my sinuses are all kinds of clogged up, even an hour after taking the meds.
Let's see if the Norse Foundry metal dice goes through my new dice tower. It does.
All right. So she is just shaken for a moment. Are you guys going to do anything about these poor braves? Are you going to?
I'm going to first ask the two with us if they recognize them.
Wimate nods and says, yes, several of them are from the Necessity Alliance. They were probably taken when Born in a Bowl was.
All right. Are any of them born in a bowl?
No, none of them are.
I look to those who have potential medical training because this is a bit beyond me. I can fight the sharks off, but getting them down and patching them up and not murdering them in the process is kind of a bit beyond my skill set.
Just reverse butcher them, you'll be fine.
Looking at them, there's short of magical healing, which you guys know exists, but none of you have. There's not a whole lot to be done for them.
Doesn't the doc have something?
Let me rephrase that. Short of miraculous healing.
Ah. So they are beyond mad science healing as well. Well, then there is nothing we can do for them other than ending their suffering quickly.
How do you want to go about that?
Quietly, first off, so don't start shooting, Daisy.
I can Bowie knife them in the back.
Well, their backs are against the wall.
In the front.
They're
How far
also
up above the water are they?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. How high up?
They are hanging so that way their feet are just out of the water. And while the sharks are there, as you guys get a better look at them, they're not great whites. That's for certain. But it's kind of a mix between tiger sharks and hammerheads. Nothing that's super aggressive, but they're definitely here. And if you fall in the water, they would probably definitely take
have a bad time.
What weaponry do our two guides have with them?
Eyes Like Fire has a club and a bow. Wimate has a staff.
All right. I pointed eyes like fire. You're the one who can do it quietly and without risking falling in the water doing it. So give them mercy, please.
I am only here to guide, not do your work for you.
Well, we're not here to stop whatever's going on then. So you want to be a dick, so can I. So I'm just going to move.
Wimate looks sad, but she knows that there is not much that she can do for them, and she will follow.
And I look at her. He's kind of a dick, isn't he?
If I understand what you mean, yes.
So I need to unshake before I can do anything.
After a few moments, it will go away on its own.
Okay.
Yeah. Cole should, yeah.
Yeah.
Not to mention, this isn't the older versions of Shaken that affect your movement either.
This is true. I can't. Starla is going to go over there, pull one of her stiletto blades that's in her hair,
Okay.
and she's actually going to try to log roll to each one and put the stiletto in each of their temples.
Go ahead and make the athletics check for the log roll.
And that's the last time we saw Starla.
Right.
Possibly.
I mean, we can just yank on the rope really hard if she falls.
What rope?
We're all tethered together except for Eyes Like Fire, who refused.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not tethered in the rope? Noted. I will keep that in mind.
Athletics. Where is it? There it is.
Oh, there's an ace, followed by a deuce. So you were able to roll that log to the first one, and give me a fighting check to, make the stiletto attack. Let's see.
Are they trying to resist?
They naturally have a parry of 2.
Ah.
Everything has a parry of 2, technically. Even an inanimate object sitting on the ground technically has a parry of 2.
To overcome that dead end, we gave all of the zombies distracted and vulnerable just automatically. So it's 0 automatically hits zombies.
That's awesome.
Oh.
There's my first one.
So you managed to, even with you said you were going for the temple, so it'd be a called headshot.
Yes. I forgot to do the minus.
That's okay. So you hit it. Now roll damage, but you cannot ace because this is effectively attacking an object.
Okay. That's a D6 and a D4. And my strength, which is another D6. 6. 6.
And there's no bonus damage from hitting it in the head.
And then I also, this one will do, so that is,
What do we got? Here it comes. Oh, Charles is moving. You drive, excuse me, the stiletto into the side of this thing's head. And it keeps groaning, and its eyes stay open.
Oh, they're walking dead. Well, they're not walking; they're just hanging dead.
And Starla just, I'm sorry.
What's that?
I tried. I'm sorry. And she's almost crying. And I will
All
take my
right.
stiletto and go.
And you guys still have... Keep getting an error that some active effect does not exist. It's not... And Wimate is moving up as well.
I'm wondering if it's my hold the line. Let me toggle it off real quick.
Okay. That shouldn't be causing it because it's appearing on everybody correctly.
Huh, weird.
Although it looks like Dr. Stanley got command twice. That's fixed. All right. So as you guys are coming up, there's another passageway leading even deeper into this crevasse.
Well, I'm waiting for the light source to go because I cannot see in the dark.
Nobody can. All right. Wimate will move up as well if...
Here's a stupid question. If we're all tied together, don't we have to be in like some sort of order?
I mean, you can step over the rope and everything. You've got, like, as long as you're within 10 inches of each other, everything will work out.
Okay.
I'm not going to pay too much attention to the minor details like that until it becomes important.
Doesn't matter until it matters.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't necessarily like seeing all this like measuring going off in the darkness over there. Like, yeah.
Oh, is it actually showing up?
It is.
It's not supposed to be. What the hell?
6.4 inches.
I was trying to move
Yep.
my fear token, and for some reason on my end, it's not always letting me move stuff.
Wacky.
Weird.
Boundary.
Yeah, I'm wondering what version 13 is going to be like. But we will be switching to Arkham Forge before too terribly long. All right, let me move this view up. And you guys can see that the tunnel goes deeper. I'm going to do this. Then I'm going to switch back. See if that makes a difference. Yep, it's definitely your auras causing it, Nick.
Yep.
Way to break everything, Nick. Jeez.
I'm just trying to be helpy.
I wonder if it's because the Aura Mancer has not, or the Aura mod has not been updated yet. There she goes. She moves forward. He'll move forward. And then that leaves Daisy and Starla back at the edge of the light.
Sorry, Daisy's just slow tonight.
That's okay.
Or maybe it's Cheryl's slow, but
Cheryl had a long day.
And I apologize. There was a 14-year-old that needed to be told to brush his teeth.
Ah. All right. It looks like it's starting to open up out ahead. Wimate moves up. Nope. Nope. There she goes. She'll move up to there. He moves up to there. And as you guys enter this chamber, this is a much larger chamber by the looks of things. Cole will need to move in a little farther. And it's definitely a much, much larger chamber. The light's not quite reaching far enough yet, but you hear sounds to the south. And as you move in, you see a large effigy of wood there to the south of you. And, well, let me move her. Yes. Tied to that effigy of wood is what appears to be another native woman who looks like she has just been battered beyond belief. And she sits there kind of hanging limply, definitely wounded. Her own intestines are hanging out. But as you look closely at her, you see that she is actually still breathing.
Is that who we're looking for? Looking at
And Wimate says, yes, that's Born in the Bowl.
All right, Doc, before she becomes dead in a crevasse, can you do something about this?
Certainly.
And I'm staying right by this dude because I no longer trust him.
And you're using your ranged healing?
Yeah. The only question I do have, James, is wouldn't I have recovered PowerPoints?
I
mean, it's been like
you haven't used anything in a couple of
days. I haven't used anything in like 2 days of game time.
Yes, then your PowerPoints would have been.
So as you're raising your dart gun to shoot her, what appears to literally be somebody just stepping through a door is another native man. He just literally steps out of the air and he points a staff at you. And as he does, the end of the staff suddenly erupts with what appears to be a rattlesnake that comes launching through the air at you. As he catches you off guard for the moment. All right. And he unleashes and let's see what happens here. He gets one of these, and I will even pop in close. A 5 is enough for a success. As that rattlesnake lashes out and flies at you, striking you. And then you immediately take, whoops, I forgot to target you. So this roll that's going to appear, there we go. Let's try that one. Shoot. I got to refresh.
Just breaking everything.
It broke. I love Foundry, I really do. But with them coming to the end of version 12, it hasn't gotten as much love as it should.
It's fair.
And there we go. All right, so he targets. Why does he appear to be?
He's very, very faint.
Yeah. Because for some reason his opacity was turned down. There we go. All right, and then the damage is going to be 2d6. I'm going to roll these guys. So it's a 1 and a 5. And I don't think that's going to be enough to cause any damage to you.
No, I don't think it is.
Nope. If it had AP, it would have.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, we go into a fight.
Combat.
Everybody draw your cards.
We go into a thing where I play Angry Mob, right?
I dare you.
I think I'm good this time. If I wasn't exhausted, maybe.
Just remember, Nick, I do know where you live.
All right.
But that requires effort.
Yeah, fair enough.
So, coming up first, we've got Cole on the Jack of Spades.
Well, I'd assume we're still trying to maintain a little bit of silence, so I'm going to go ahead and.
You're going to go ahead and what? I'm sorry.
Do I hold action?
Oh, hold action. Then it goes to his turn, and he's going to take 2 actions. His first one, he makes a motion with his left hand, and piling out of the wall to the north are hundreds, an entire swarm of those Kachina dolls. Oops, I forgot to advance it to him. And for his second action, he is going to, let's see here, what kind of fun stuff does he have? Oh, I like this. He is going to move to there, to there, to there. And he reaches out to touch Dr. Stanley. And here we go. Use much better visibility dice here. Oh, let me zoom in on that.
Ow.
Oh my.
That's going to be a raise. That 11's more than enough to have the raise.
All right. You need to make a spirit test. Because this
Just
is
straight spirit?
Yep. You're opposing it with your spirit.
And I'm assuming the fear level would apply in this case.
No, fear level does not apply to this one.
Okay.
It is not a fear effect.
Oh, but hold on. I have to cancel this because the dolls are here already.
Your phobia still comes into play.
Yeah, The phobia would absolutely be in place. I want to turn that on.
Because there's now a whole swarm of them.
Turn off the fear level. And I'm trying to beat the 11, right?
That is correct.
Right now, it is still a raise.
You gonna Benny that?
Yeah. I don't like it, but I'm going to.
I forgot to reduce that. My dice tray.
Oh,
That's no better. You actually got worse.
I'm aware. Thank you.
The motto is cheat better. You did not.
I'm going to stand with what I have for the moment.
All right.
I hope I'm still standing after whatever I have at the moment.
So you immediately take a level of fatigue.
Ooh, fun.
So there's that. And this will happen every day at sunset. You'll have to make you'll take another level every day at sunset until you become incapacitated. So the only way to get rid of it is if it's lifted by the original caster, or if the original caster is slain, although Dispel can remove the curse, but it can only be tried once. And that takes us to Starla on the 10 of clubs.
okay. Starla's going to do multi-action. First thing she's going to do is her usual salsa shimmer and get her armor up. And then she's going to skirt sweep so that anything coming at her gets deflected. For the moment, for distance. Plus, of course, they can happen to get a raise.
All right. So her salsa shimmer first, which is effectively the protection power.
And that
is she only casting it on herself?
Protection is only on herself.
Oh, that's right, because of her
Yeah.
arcane background.
Yeah, her stuff. Most of her stuff is only herself. So that is D6 and D8.
Here it comes. Where is my... All right. So that goes to her toughness. At active effect.
Yep. And then for the skirt sweep, which, yes, she does grab the skirts and sweeps them to the side. Quite impressive to see on rolling logs. Wait, did I hit the -2? Yes, I did. And it helps if I click in the boxes. So it's both melee and ranged.
Nice.
Yep, physical attacks.
Yes.
Does nothing against the arcane.
No.
All right. Are you going to move at all?
Yes, she will actually move up.
Get right up next to him.
Yes, she's going to get right there because, well, there's stilettos that need to be put to use.
Okay. That takes us to Wimate. And she is going to she is going to hold her action. Eyes like fire, however, he is going to move this way to here. Looks like he's trying to get a clear shot as he draws his bow. And
Who's he aiming at?
Open sheet. Because apparently I did not give him... Oh, I gave him enough arrows. Okay. Give me a notice check with a -4. As he makes his shooting roll.
Well, if he's shooting it,
It's
the
behind the
bolt
good
person-
doctor, so Stanley can't see it because it's behind him.
Right.
I'll take that notice as well.
As will I.
I don't notice where he's shooting.
Which is unfortunate because Cole's the one who can actually stop him.
And let's see. Starla just needs to make her notice check. He is going to Benny that.
I forgot the Norse Foundry D6 doesn't go into this one. Nope. I'll have to get it out later.
That changes it. So, Charles, you are able to tell Charles and Starla both. You are able to tell that at the last moment he switches his aim to Born in a Bowl. And it strikes her. Wimate screams her rage, and she is going to act. Wait a second. Why is it not? Oh, I forgot to advance to him. That's why. And then it goes back to her, because unless Cole was going to use his hold action.
I hear her scream out, so I'm going to take a second and let her go, but I'm going to act directly after her.
Okay. She cuts loose with a... Nope, she's not going to chance that. She is going to take 2 actions, and her first action, she takes her knife and she cuts her arm. And she is going to be Bennying that. Because she came up with a 3 on that first one. This is a... no, I forgot to add the -2, so that would actually be 3 and a 3. So she will Benny that one more time and does not succeed. But she is going to take her second action and brings up her bow.
I thought she just had a staff.
No, she had a bow and a staff.
Oh, okay.
She only had her staff out.
Ah.
I don't know why it wants me
I
to
heard the
reload
same
the
thing
bow.
you did, Mike. So
Let me clear that because apparently I've got to fix her weapon. Bow does not need a reload action. So let's try this again. It is being difficult. Oh, that would be why. There we go. Now she's got the right amount of ammunition. And, oh, I forgot to add the penalty. And her shot goes awry. She has no bennies left to spend. So she shoots over at Eyes Like Fire, screaming, "He's trying to kill Born in a Bowl." Daisy.
Nope. Cole.
Oh, sorry. Back up one. Go after the current. Cole.
All right. So I hear her shout, all that stuff. We are. The time for being quiet is over at this point.
Seems to be so.
So we are going to take our Gatling shotgun.
Oh. You mean business.
Yep. And we are going to shoot it at Mr. Eyes Like Fire.
Okay.
And everything missed.
And you don't have any bennies to throw at them.
I do not.
All right.
Oh no.
Daisy, you just saw Cole unload on that Indian guy who's been traveling with you. There's another Indian guy that just attacked Doc Stanley. What are you going to do?
Do I know why he attacked the guy traveling with us?
All you know is that guy shot an arrow, apparently at the other Indian guy, and missed and hit the woman who Wimate says is born in a bowl.
But Wimate did say that he's trying to kill Born in a Bowl.
Yes.
Okay. And that guy I've selected is the one. How do I select somebody? Control?
Alt and click.
Alt and click. There we go. That guy?
No, it's this one over here. The E is the one who shot at the Born in a Bowl. She's our friend.
Okay.
He was traveling with us, and then after he ran his mouth previously, Charles did not trust him any longer.
I just wasn't sure who was who.
Yep.
I am gonna follow Cole's lead. Cole's a pretty smart guy. And I'm gonna shoot this guy that I have targeted.
Okay.
That's my shooting, right?
Yes. Do it.
I'm gonna Benny that.
Oh, wait. Daisy missed?
It's a weird day.
It is a weird day. Oh, do it from your peacemakers.
Oh.
So that way it takes the ammo off.
How do I do that?
You just, on your character sheet, on the traits tab, you just click the little chat box thing next to the Colt Peacemaker.
The chat box, okay. Like that? and hit shooting?
Yes. So I will clear that out. Why is it not got the image? It was
7-3.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. Okay. And now Benny
all
it.
right. Now Benny it.
Much better.
That's a hit.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll them damage bones.
Where's damage? I feel like I'm like,
Nope, that's okay. Scroll
I
up.
don't know what I feel like, but I'm like lost tonight.
Scroll up in the chat box,
Uh-huh.
and you should see
there.
damage. Yeah. Ooh, I heard an ace. And click that resolve damage for target button.
He didn't like my stories anyway.
He did not. He is going to. Let's see here.
Die.
He's going to take him.
To die.
I believe he's been giving Daisy the stink eye the entire time.
He has.
Yep.
And that will take us to Charles.
Oh, he's been shot. That guy's unharmed, but I've got this thing right here. So let's get some space. And we will level the shotgun at it. Let's, 2 actions. We're going to shoot it twice with the shotgun.
What is that thing? I don't understand it.
It is a doll swarm.
Oh, makes sense.
And I'm shooting slow.
I like that the immediate response is, that makes sense. Not, what the hell is a doll swarm?
I've been around.
No, it is absolutely a testament to the fact that we're all gamers and just used to this stuff happening.
Oh, I totally took that to be from Daisy. That makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
See, and I don't know Daisy that well yet.
All right, you hit that swarm.
Yep.
Well, Daisy would be happy to tell you about all the adventures that we've been on. We'll start with the train ride.
The doc will have to start sitting closer to Daisy.
All right. And as the shotgun blast blows through the swarm, like 5 or 6 of the dolls fall down, but the swarm itself seems to be relatively unscathed. Second action?
I will then turn the shotgun to him and be like, we need something that can spread damage on the swarm, guys. Let's see. Do I want to do... Yeah. Actually, I don't like him. Second action, we're going to finish off the... I'm going to ensure that his eyes indeed are on fire.
Or go out eternally.
But we are Bennying that because that was not a good roll. Oh, that's better. There we go.
Yeah, that three was not going to do it.
No, but this will.
Oh, yeah,
Nice.
that'll do it. That's a hit with a raise.
Go,
And that is
Chuck!
short range.
Not buckshot. I'm using slug. Roll with a raise. Oh, that just sounded so solid. All those metal dice going.
Oh. 19 points of damage. Hit that resolve for me.
Yep.
All right, that would be 3 wounds. He's going to have to spend his last Benny. So let's see what happens here. A 6 and a 4. Or 2, sorry. That's a 2.
You have the dice on the camera, and you're still trying to cheat.
Right?
Just throwing it out there.
And he drops to the ground. And actually, he slips into the water. And as let's see if he just dies.
That's what you get for not being tied up.
That's important.
It's very important to the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
All right. He is currently bleeding out. But he has not yet died. So I'm going to add that. But he is out of sight at the moment. And that takes us to Dr. Stanley. You've got this Indian guy right in your face.
I thought he just fell under. Or no, that was eyes like fire.
That was eyes like fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't like him. He needed to go.
Completely understandable. Doc Stanley is going to step to right there. Take his gun that he was bringing, the dart gun that he was bringing up to point at Borna Bull, and he rolls his thumb across the back of it, and you see this like old school, like the old TV UHF dial on the back of the gun, and he rolls it to a different position before sticking the gun against his own arm and pulling the trigger. I'm taking 2 actions, James. I'm deploying my portable tornado on myself.
Okay.
And then I'm going to shoot her to heal her with the healing dart.
Portable tornado.
Yep.
Nice.
And multi-action.
Let's see here.
Oh.
Is that a good O or a crit
Yes.
fail O? Okay. You know, with how quickly you answered that to that noise, I don't even want to know. I don't want to know.
Oh, wow.
More than 15 years together?
Yeah, apparently.
That was an ace on a D12. It then hit 11.
That's mean.
And then I glanced over and saw his expression and
So suddenly a tornado starts whipping around Dr. Stanley. And at the end of your turn is when the damage will happen.
Yes.
So go ahead and roll for Born in a Bull.
Oh, and it looks like that I had Born in a Bull targeted for that when I actually did that previously.
fine.
So
I knew what
honestly,
was
the
going on.
targeting. Yeah. Okay, and now for the healing.
Oh.
Not as good.
Nope. The healing as
So-
it stands currently is failing.
I'm going to play this card to get a Benny.
Oh, okay. So there's a Benny.
And
He
then
plays
I'm
double
Benny
dealing.
to try to get a better shot on healing. That is definitely a little better. We'll see if it actually is better. Hopefully it's enough. Because there's several penalties on this.
Just enough.
Just enough, okay.
That is just enough to bring her from death's door to heavily wounded. And then go ahead and change your target to Papa Rattlesnake and roll the damage for that portable tornado.
And if I remember right, the portable tornado was with a raise, was it not?
Yes, it was.
Yes.
Yes.
Just by a little, though. Barely a raise.
A raise is a raise, my friend. A raise is a raise.
You got a 19 on that roll. It was just a slight raise.
My dear.
Oh, he's got to
You
show
want
off.
to verify these for the audience? Because I don't have a dice camera.
Oh, I see.
Yes, that's a
four,
pair of fours.
And I see a 4. Oh my goodness.
Excellent.
Here it comes. He's adding numbers in.
What's the saying? One lies and the other one swears to it.
Yep.
Right.
Go ahead and click that resolve as you get 15 total damage. And he is going to take it.
His name is actually Papa Rattlesnake.
Yep. And as it comes to the doll swarm's turn.
Speaking of, where is the rattlesnake?
It disappeared.
Okay.
It was
That's
in our.
where we're going to pick up next week. Is that what you were going to say?
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, we're going to pick up next time with the dolls going next. And we'll see which way those dolls go.
I hope they come and play with me.
No,
I like
they could.
dolls.
I think they're going to go towards whoever fired upon them.
You mean Cole? Because notice Charles put Cole
I
between
need to know,
himself and those dolls.
Are these dolls like doll sized or are they like abnormally large?
They're like 2 to 3 inches tall.
Why don't we just step on them? Just throwing it out there for the future.
Uh-oh.
Kick a few. Like,
I mean, you can try it.
I mean,
All right.
you might as well throw
or
Mr.
put them in my
Tornado
book bag.
himself.
I'll take them home. Oh, I don't have a home.
All right. Thanks for watching and or listening, everyone. We will see you in 2 weeks when we pick up the Tales from the Deadlands. And don't forget, if you love the maps that you see on this show, and if you're not watching, that's okay. The maps look great. They look absolutely amazing most of the time. Head on over to ArkhamForge.com. Pick up all the stuff that you want. Put in KOTSDT coupon code, and that will get you $5 off of each item in your cart. And if you love metal dice, head on over to NorseFoundry.com. Use that same coupon code and get 10% off your total order. Thanks once again, and don't forget, everybody, keep it savage.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
This actual play podcast references the Savage Worlds game system and the Deadlands Weird West Savage setting, both of which are available from Pinnacle Entertainment Group at www.peginc.com. It is unofficial media content permitted under the Media Network Consent Agreement. This content is not managed, approved, or endorsed by Pinnacle Entertainment Group. Certain portions of the materials used are the intellectual property of Pinnacle, and all rights are reserved. Savage Worlds, all related settings, and unique characters, locations, logos, and trademarks are all copyright of Pinnacle Entertainment Group. Tales from the Deadlands, Knights of the Smith Dinner Table, and all of its logos are property of Knightsmith Games, LLC. For more information, head to www.knightsofthesmithdinnertable.com.